I first won, I thought I was just winning an award and that would be the end of it. But what's different about this award, unlike any other award, is the investment in you afterwards.
The important part, yes, it's about recognising the individual and rewarding them for the contributions that they make. But their potential is being developed through the LEAPS programme.
It's not just a reward, but it's an investment in them. And if you want to keep your great people, it's a brilliant way of showing them how much you value them.
The sessions, you just get so much from them and there's so much value in every single one. I can't recommend it enough. I've never been to anything like it. It's so different to any other qualification or any other course that I've been on.
It's an incredible investment in their leadership, their values, and it gives them greater insight into them as a human being, and the theories and the methodologies that are used on the LEAPS programme, I can only highly recommend.
I don't think you will be able to give a member of your team this kind of training for this money yourself. It's incredible value for money, and the quality of the training is fantastic. I've done loads of leadership training myself, and this is some of the best that I've heard about.
Because I've looked at courses in general, you know, and stuff like this is really expensive to do, and it's hard to get into. So to be given all of this as part of that one thing to be told that you've won is very, very special, really. You're not going to come across that very often in your career, I don't think.
The amount of investment that person will get in their development comes back into your business, and that's your return on investment.
Simon had made it quite clear that the sessions would be interactive, we'd have to really push ourselves.
I thought that it'd be group exercises, really awkward role play, presentations, but it hasn't been. The coaches are so honest about their experiences, what they've done, how they've got here, why they're a coach, that it's so nice. It makes you feel relaxed in the sessions to be open and honest with everyone in the room, and everyone that you're around, the 30 people, are also really honest and open with their experiences.
Because you don't feel like you're in a classroom learning, you feel like you're more just having a discussion, but then developing yourself at the same time. For me personally, it's probably the best learning environment you could ask for.
The sessions have obviously varied and involved speaking exercises, involved coaching, involved a lot of self-awareness.
You go through each session and each one builds on the other. Sometimes you go in thinking, I'm not sure how this is relevant, and then you get halfway through and you're totally enthralled in what's happening, and you can see how you can apply it in everything you do.
What surprised me most about the programme was actually how sort of enlightening the coaches were, and how much detail they went into with everything. The way that they'd be able to engage people without having scripts, without having slideshows, without having presentations to sort of hide behind in a way and keep you engaged for 3 hours and teach you something that you can go away and immediately put into place. It's just been absolutely fantastic.
The way everything is taught here, it makes you think about it in practice there and then. So when you're learning it on the course, it's amazing because you're engaging your brain straight away back to work. How can I relate to this? What's happening in the working environment? So you're already sort of implementing before you even got back to the office.
I've really seen such a growth in my confidence from the first session with the coach, kind of going through how you communicate, how you present yourself, all the way through to kind of learn about your values with another coach.
And actually the value that you gain from something like this, where they teach you to be out of your comfort zone and the way that you can deal with it, for me, that's the most valuable thing that I could take.
So when you've had to stand up in front of somebody and do an exercise, the pride that you feel washes away any of the uncomfort that you felt along the way.
I think the opportunity to come here and be around people who have the same thoughts, the same fears, but actually just push through it anyway is really interesting for me.
I've also felt like I've been able to talk to them about any worries I have at work, and they've been able to do the same. It's quite nice having it from an outsider's perspective.
So I'd say from the start to then looking at me now, I've changed a lot in a really positive way, and they're tools that will continue to help me grow. And I've seen myself progress so much over those sessions, and being able to not just enjoy the sessions but take in to my workplace.
The biggest thing for me, I used to hate presenting. It would make me really nervous. I've never had a problem communicating with people, but there's something about getting up in front of a crowd that's totally different. So I came in thinking you're either good at public speaking or you're bad at it, it's just the way you are. I very quickly realised that it's just a skill like any other skill, and even if you're not the best at it, you can improve on it.
It's becoming that bigger, broader manager that has made me connect with my team more.
My line manager has noticed a massive difference. She said that whilst I don't like conflict or anything like that, and I can be quite reserved at times, she's seen that in very difficult situations I've been able to come forward and look at solutions and kind of really apply some of the practices, and even she's learned a little bit from me. And also a lot of my team members as well, they've noticed such a difference in terms of my confidence and how I present myself.
So it's not just a case of you do the session, it's great, you really enjoy it, and then you go away. The programme is more than that. It is about continual development and continuing to get better as a person.
It helps people in all industries, not just my own, and you can relate every piece of information that you've been given, every skill, to your own background, to your own workplace, to your own family life and things like that. So it's fantastic, it really is.
The LEAP programme has been so helpful, and I just think if I hadn't attended the sessions, then I would have been a bit of an idiot, to be completely fair, from what I've learned myself.
And I think people that know me will know that I wouldn't really say I got value out of something if I didn't. I'm quite honest and straight talking, and this has changed my career, probably changed the direction that I'm going to go in, changed what I'm going to do next.
So I don't think I realised, or the business realised, how much value we would get from it, and I don't think it's possible for any business or anyone to realise until they actually know somebody or take part in that programme themselves. It's definitely highly recommended from me.